Good evening, everyone. Welcome to MBA Karo. So we are going to have a static GK quiz again today. And yesterday also we had one quiz. Some of you must have watched that. If you did not watch part one, please watch part two also. It is not that like it is a sequel of part one, but just that you will get more questions there. So yesterday's quiz was topic specific, right? We had history and geography, okay, medieval history and modern history plus Indian and international geography. Today we are going to have a mixed bag of questions. Okay, it will cover quality, it will cover like business, right? It will cover awards and honors, sports, etc. So it will have miscellaneous topics. Okay, so that's how it happens in static GK. It is a mixed bag of things. Okay. So again, as I said, like as we did yesterday, we will have 100 questions today. And if you are watching from the beginning, count the number of your correct responses and see at the end that how much you score on this quiz. Okay, if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Here you will get the best content for all MBA entrance examinations and the most relevant ones. Okay, there are a lot of channels on YouTube which you get content, but none of them would be as researched content as our channels. Okay, so please do subscribe to the channel. And in case you are looking for mock tests, we are offering mock tests. And in the last 2 3 days, we just want to take tests to practice more questions of some particular topics or so. So we have 10 mock tests for CMAT just for 200 rupees, okay, which you can use for practice if you wish to improve in some section or the other. Okay. All right, so let's now begin the quiz without wasting much time. So please do like this video and share it with your friends who are preparing for CMAT. Okay, so if you are watching from the beginning, count till the end that how much did you score, okay, and like keep a track of your answers. Okay, so let's begin. So please comment begin if you are ready with the quiz and ensure that you try to stay till the end. It will be around 1.5 hour to 1 hour 40 minutes or so. इतना करीब लग जाएगा. Going by 1 minute per question. Okay, we'll try to wrap it early so that like you can uh, have time for other things as well. Or also in some of the questions I'll explain what relevant things that you should cover for the examination. Right. So some things that you must read for the examination. Okay, so let's start with the quiz. Here's the first question. Kalbelia is a dance from which state? So art and culture is an important topic, especially Indian art and culture, different dance forms, different painting forms, etc. So Kalbelia is from which state? Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, or Gujarat? Okay, so yes, Rajasthan is the right answer. Okay, so the ones who are from Rajasthan must be knowing this answer. They should know. We from other states also should know different dance forms of different states. So you can expect questions from arts and culture like this. Which of the following days is celebrated as the Pravasi Bharati Divas? The answer भी आना चाहिए. It's an easy one. Like there is a buzz of like Pravasi Bharati Divas every year. Okay, जनवरी में होता है ये पता ही होगा. So I already had a session on IND. You can watch that on my channel. Okay, so Pravasi Bharati Divas is celebrated on 9th of January. It was the day on which Mahatma Gandhi returned from South Africa in 1915. Okay, correct answer. Chichen Itza is an archaeological site located in. Yesterday we discussed some of the monuments of the world. Okay, monuments of India, some monuments of world also you should know. Okay, Chichen Itza, not heard of this. Okay, so it might be some like a different kind of question from. So, have you seen this kind of basically white building, like sort of pyramid? Have you देखी है photo? नहीं देखी होगी तो गूगल में सर्च करना. You will find that a building sort of like pyramid kind of shape with white stairs and all, right? Not pure white, but yes, somewhat texture of white. That is in Mexico. Okay, so most of you did not know the answer to this. Not an issue. Let's see the next question. Who is the author of the famous book We the People? Now, books and authors, uh, like this is a topic which, uh, like I always refrain from covering because books and authors बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं and it is too confusing also to read about several books, right? कहाँ तक books याद रहेंगे. But yes, if you read uh, books on a regular basis, so maybe you might be knowing these. Some of them you might know, but बहुत सारी books and authors हो सकते हैं, right? Yes, there is normalization in CMAT. Okay, and at least normalization part is fairer as compared to other exams. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, Harish Salve, Khushwant Singh, Nani Palkiwala, Ram Jethmalani. के नाम सुने राम जेठमलानी तो कर दिया. No, the right answer is Nani Palkiwala. He was a famous Indian jurist. Okay, and he wrote this book, We the People. He has written multiple books related to legal system in India. What is the currency of Qatar? Again, currencies are also uh, quite subjective. ये कुछ कुछ कंट्रीज के आपको पता हो सकते हैं, कुछ के नहीं पता हो सकते हैं. So anyone knows the currency of Qatar? Okay, most of you are saying dinar. No, that is not dinar. That is riyal. Okay, so these I find very confusing. Like कौन सी especially these Arabian countries, right? They have currencies among these. किसी की dinar, dirham, riyal इन सब में से कोई एक होती है. The right answer is Qatari riyal. Okay, Jayaprakash Narayan Airport is located in which city? JP Narayan Airport. Okay, MS Dhoni is saying Patna, yes. Not Ranchi. So MS Dhoni is from Ranchi, but his answer to Patna. That is correct. Okay. All right. So let's see the next question. Which of the following banks is not a foreign bank operating in India? My voice is a bit low. Okay. I'll do an alternative thing. Maybe due to the fans voice, my voice was subsided. Now is it fine? Okay, which of the following banks is not a foreign bank? मतलब एटलीस्ट एक दो ऑप्शन तो आप ऐसे एलिमिनेट कर सकते हो. सी बार्क्लेज इज लंदन बेस्ड, एचएसबीसी हांगकांग शंघाई, सो हांगकांग बेस्ड. Okay, Standard Chartered Bank is also London based. Yes Bank is Indian bank. ठीक है, Yes Bank Indian बैंक है, right? So that is the answer. Okay, match the inventions with their inventors. So see these inventions and tell which is which. Barometer, elevator, television, microscope. Okay, so if you see this, barometer is used to measure air pressure. Okay, and then we have एलिवेटर. लाइक एक सबसे इजी गेस ये होगा इसमें, एलिवेटर का ओटिस से. लाइक इफ यू हैव नोटिस दैट इज अ कंपनी आल्सो ओटिस. अब डिपेंड्स, लाइक इफ यू reside in big city then probably you would be using elevators frequently. ठीक है, लिफ्ट आपने देखा होगा, लिफ्ट ओटिस की लिफ्ट आती है. सो दैट वाज द इन्वेंटर, एलिशा ओटिस वाज द इन्वेंटर ऑफ एलिवेटर. ओके, सो बी का थ्री, सो पहले दो ऑप्शन आप एलिमिनेट कर सकते हो. ओके, बैरोमीटर इज टॉरिसेली. लाइक इफ यू हैव बीन अ साइंस स्टूडेंट आपने नाम सुना होगा टॉरिसेली का. ठीक है, एंड लाइक माइक्रोस्कोप एंथनी ल्यूवन हॉक. ये इफ now again it comes down to that your science studied in school. If you remember at least like microscope by Leuven Hawk, so maybe you could have answered this. अगर खाली microscope भी पता होता, you could have answered this. So that is the advantage in match the following questions. Sometimes you know one or two things, the entire question can be answered based on that. Okay, so that is the right answer. Which state hosts the annual Suraj Kund Crafts Fair? Now, television is easier. Maybe you read it, so it might be easy. See, GK is very subjective. ठीक है, easy, difficult depends on who studies what. अब आपको जीके में याद होगा टेलीविजन तो अच्छी बात है, बट अगर लेट्स से किसी को नहीं याद है, ऐसे हैज नॉट कवर्ड दिस टॉपिक, तो वो अगर बायो का स्टूडेंट होगा तो सिर्फ ल्यूवन हॉक पता होगा. सूरजखंड फेयर हरियाणा, हिमाचल, मध्य प्रदेश, राजस्थान. So it is held every year. That it is the largest, world's largest fair. ठीक है, सबसे बड़ा आर्ट एंड क्राफ्ट मेला लगता है. दैट इज इन हरियाणा. यस, दैट इज इन फरीदाबाद ऑल्सो. लाइक दिस ईयर आई वेंट फॉर द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम. ठीक है, मैंने सुना था, मतलब ऐसे क्वेश्चंस में ऐसे जीके में सुना था फरीदाबाद में लगता है. ठीक है, तो दिस ईयर आई वेंट देयर, सो आई क्रिएटेड वन रील ऑल्सो. ठीक है, दैट टाइम आई वाज लर्निंग हाउ टू क्रिएट रील्स, सो आई क्रिएटेड रील ऑल्सो ऑफ दिस फेयर. ओके, सो या इट इज अ वेरी वेरी लार्ज फेयर. आई हैड टू गो 2 days. ठीक है, पहले दिन मैं गया तो मैंने सोचा ठीक है वर्ल्ड लार्जेस्ट ऐसे बोल देते होंगे. गया तो मैं 2-3 घंटे में आके क्लास भी लेनी थी. तो दैट डे आई वेंट एंड आई कुड नॉट कंप्लीट द एंटायर एरिया. देन आई वेंट ऑन अ वीकेंड व्हेन आई हैड a day off, so I went early in the morning and returned in the evening. Okay, so it is very large. So if you happen to live in NCR, probably next year you can go. It happens in February every year. Which of the following Indian cities was formerly known as Cape Comorin? Cape Comorin. Heard of this? Also know these quiz related to इंडियन सिटीज। आई मीन आप ऐसे कर सकते हो कि गूगल में टाइप करो क्विज रिलेटेड टू इंडियन सिटीज, ऐसे मिल जाएंगे। ओल्ड नेम्स ऑफ इंडियन सिटीज, ओके, और क्विज रिलेटेड टू लाइक सम टाइटल्स गिवन टू डिफरेंट इंडियन सिटीज एटसेट्रा। तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, इससे हो सकता है क्वेश्चन आ जाए। सो दैट इज कन्याकुमारी। Earlier it was known as Cape Comorin. So it is the southernmost city in the country. All right. So next question: in which country would you find the Volga River? So Volga River, it is the largest river in Europe. It's the largest river in Europe, and it is in Russia. Okay, नाम से थोड़ा बहुत guess कर लियोगा, अगर नहीं भी पता होगा तो sometimes you may guess the answers, but not many times. Okay, sometimes you can use elimination to answer the questions, sometimes you can guess in GK, but mostly that won't be the case. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Now, this is something related to Indian banking system. IFS code is an 11-digit alphanumeric code which is the fifth character from the beginning. IFS code, that is called Indian Financial Services Code. राइट, अगर आपने कभी बैंकिंग नेट बैंकिंग यूज की होगी या बैंकिंग में कभी आपने सुना होगा, राइट, लाइक दे यू हैव एन IFS कोड, एवरी बैंक हैज अ पर्टिकुलर, एवरी branch has an IFS code. So it has a 11 digit number. अगर आपको अपना IFS कोड याद होगा तो maybe you can answer this. Okay, IFS कोड याद है आपको अपना? लाइक कई बार आपने किसी को IFS कोड बताया होगा ना? Okay, so all of you are saying 0. Yes, so that is correct. So what happens is it has 11 digits, 4 digits होते हैं बैंक के, ठीक है, बैंक के नाम का, जैसे SBI है तो SBIN होगा, ठीक है, एक्सिस बैंक का UTI भी होता है, ICICI बैंक का ICIC होता है, and different banks would have different, right? Since I have accounted these banks, so I know about these. Okay, so then the fifth digit is 0, and the last 6 digits, that is the branch code. Okay, so that's how they uniquely determine a bank. Okay, so yeah, HDFC is the fourth, like HDFC bank है तो HDFC होगा. So first four will be about the bank name, and fifth digit is 0, and then last six is branch code. Okay, so let's see the next question. Where are the headquarters of the World Food Program located? Another important thing is headquarters of वर्ल्ड ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, ठीक है, इस पे भी आपको, अगर आप गूगल सर्च करोगे आपको साइट्स मिल जाएंगी जहाँ सबकी लिस्ट मिल जाएंगी. ओके, सो प्लीज गो थ्रू दीज, बिकॉज हो सकता है इससे इंडिविजुअल क्वेश्चन आ जाए, मैच द फॉलोइंग भी आ सकता है. रिमेंबर देयर विल बी सम क्वेश्चंस ऑन मैच द फॉलोइंग आल्सो. ओके, सो बी प्रिपेयर्ड ऑन for this thing, right? You can expect questions from this topic. I mean, this is generally asked, and a lot of times quite frequent, ठीक है, topic which is tested in examination. World Food Program. देखो जेनेवा बहुत कॉमन होता है, लाइक इन many of the organizations have headquarters in Geneva. Okay, but Geneva is not correct here. Yes, Rome is the right answer. Okay, so try to find some mnemonics to remember such names, such headquarters, because possibly you might get a question from this topic. See, you cannot guarantee कि किस topic से question आ जाएगा. You can just prepare on different fronts, different topics you can prepare of, and just hope कि what you know comes up in the examination. So here's the next question. Basal norms are related to what? Basal norms. Carbon emissions nahi hai answer. Neither it is. Basal norms are related to actually banking. Okay, so they are about the guidelines that what ratio the central bank should keep money, etc. Okay, so there are Basel 1, 2, 3. There are different categories of norms. So they started after like this financial crisis of 2007 2008. Okay, then different countries started adopting certain norms related to banking कि बैंक पे कितना ratio cash का ratio होना चाहिए etc. So there are norms related to that. National Consumer Day is observed every year on which date? So National Consumer Day, I mean, again, another topic to cover for the examinations is important days. ठीक है ये आपको मिल जाएगा काफी एग्जाम में पूछते हैं एंड इट्स अगेन क्वाइट सब्जेक्टिव कुछ आप कवर कर सकते हैं कुछ रैंडम आ सकते हैं इवन इन CUET दिस टाइम देयर वाज अ क्वेश्चन ऑन सम पर्टिकुलर डे वर्ल्ड सॉइल डे पूछ लिया था ठीक है या कुछ तो पूछा था ऐसा विच दे स्क्रैप द क्वेश्चन लेटर बिकॉज दो सेम डे सेम डेट को दोनों डे पढ़ रहा था लाइक दैट. So Consumer Day is observed on 24th of December. 24th December is the right answer. Okay, so let's move to the next question. I hope you are enjoying this quiz. So please do like this video, show some support. Like not even half of the people who are attending have liked this stream. So let's move to the next question. Central Drug Research Institute is located at which place? एनवायरमेंट डे वाज आज था एनवायरमेंट डे 5 जून होता है एनवायरमेंट डे अर्थ डे वाटर डे वर्ल्ड लिटरेसी डे वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन डे देयर आर लॉट ऑफ डेज ठीक है एंड यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट मैच द फॉलोइंग आल्सो so in CMAT you will find 2 to 3 questions of match the following so in our mocks also I put like 2 questions on match the following in GK एंड इट मोस्टली स्टैटिक होते हैं करंट अफेयर्स भी हो सकते हैं सो लाइक वर्ल्ड ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के different days of the year or it could be person sport anything it could they could ask any such question. Central Drug Research Institute. Okay, yes, most of you got it right. Again, this is Lucknow. ठीक है नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की ओर बढ़ते हैं हाउ मेनी मेंबर्स नेशंस डज द एसोसिएशन ऑफ साउथ ईस्ट एशियन नेशंस दैट इज ASEAN हैव okay Divyansh is from Lucknow so have you been to this place that's a very absurd question to ask right like you do not go to such places uh, randomly I mean unless you work ASEAN countries now this is a tricky question. Okay, tricky in the sense ki some of you would say, as most of you are giving the answer as 11. Okay, so 11 is not actually the answer. The answer is still 10 only. ठीक है अभी तक 10 ही है ठीक है 10 है ईस्ट तिमोर हैज बीन इनवाइटेड तो इसमें क्या रहता है कि they have some criteria for them like there are certain criteria if East Timor meets that criteria that will be included into this so right now it is not a member okay so it is not a member right now it may possibly become a member soon but it is not yet met the criteria तो अभी 10 ही है East Timor is an invited member not a like it has been invited जैसे कुछ कुछ countries को invite करते हैं like any association is not they invite the countries and the countries should fulfill the criteria then only हाँ जैसे ब्रिक्स में भी है अभी सऊदी अरब अभी नहीं जुड़ा है ठीक है 4 countries joined Saudi Arabia is yet to join okay so it is invited and this is in Jakarta is its headquarter Indonesia Okay. All right. So let's see the next question. The Kalinga Prize is presented to reward contributions in which field? Kalinga Prize. A B D A B D. Okay. So Kaling Prize is awarded in the field of science by UNESCO. Okay, UNESCO, you must be knowing, right? So there was uh, person Mr. Bijoyanan Patnaik. Okay, he initiated this thing in 1951. It started. So he was the head of this organization, Kaling organization. Okay, so 1951 se start हुआ and it is biannual. Biannual. Biannual means once in 2 years. So odd years में दिया जाता है. Like 2023 में दिया गया, now 2025 में दिया जाएगा, and so on. Okay, it started in 1951 and given by UNESCO. Correct. Okay, so since this is an election year, okay, and let's have a question on election. Uttar Pradesh has the highest number of constituencies in the Lok Sabha. Which state comes second in the list? अभी logically answer कर सकते हो आप. But for that, again, you should know the have knowledge. So, how many of you have voted in this election thus far? कहाँ का हो गया और आपने दे दिया election में vote? Have you participated in elections? Uttar Pradesh has 80 constituencies in Lok Sabha. Okay? So it is basically like किस basis पे होती है constituencies? That is based on population. ठीक है, so that is based on population. तो जिसकी population सबसे ज्यादा वहां सबसे ज्यादा seats होंगी. So it is based on that proportion. Okay, so Uttar Pradesh has 80, followed by Maharashtra. Maharashtra has 48. वेस्ट बंगाल के शायद 42 है, तमिलनाडु की 40, तमिलनाडु या बिहार में से किसी एक की 40, मतलब इनकी 40s के आसपास ही है. वेस्ट बंगाल कम्स थर्ड. ओके, महाराष्ट्र हैज 48. करेक्ट. There are four squares in the symbol of the logo of Microsoft. The top left square is of which color? ओके, सो माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का लोगो याद है कैसा होता है? So sometimes some absurd questions will be asked in CMAT. Yeah, it could be anything like किसी भी कंपनी के बारे में पूछ लेंगे, yeah, which and that is a trend. Like that's I have noticed in CMAT every year they will ask some very random questions. ना ये तो प्रॉपर वाले नेम है, जैसे वो जो लड़कियां बोलती है ना कलर्स को, एप्पल ग्रीन, ठीक है, ओरियोलिस ऑरेंज, हम तो भाई सब ऑरेंज सारे ग्रीन होते हैं हमारे लिए. ठीक है, वेदर इट इज एप्पल ग्रीन और मैंगो ग्रीन, राइट, आई वुड ऑलवेज कॉल अ ग्रीन ग्रीन, लाइट ग्रीन डार्क ग्रीन. Similarly, like if it is blue, light blue, dark blue, right, I do not know different shades of, so I just know the color names. Okay, so it is orange, green, blue, and yellow. So top left is orange. Yeah, so whatever this orange is, Oriolis orange. So they have this specific name. ये तो ऐसा लोगो होता है, like there are four squares like this. This is orange in color. That is Orioles orange. This is called apple green. Okay, this is vivid Circulian, and this is selective yellow. All right, so let's have a look at the next question. This is maybe the football fans must be knowing it. Okay, very famous incident in football. Against which country did the Argentine footballer Diego Maradona score the infamous hand of God goal? So, what famous on hand of God. So, like it is uh, about that. Like if you watch football, so probably this is one of the biggest moments in football. So it was against England in 1986 quarter final. Okay, so that year Argentina went on to become the champion also. They won the football world cup that year, so that they won it two times. Okay, the current champion is also Argentina. Okay, so this was an infamous goal that he used his hand, but that time, I mean, he did not. Later on, it was confessed that he used his hand. तो तब कोई ऐसा टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं होती थी. Okay. Match the countries with their currencies. So match these capitals and sorry countries with the currencies. So country capital, country currencies. Okay, so let's see the currencies. Okay, so Argentina is peso. Okay, so and Brazil is real. So three two are the first two. Egypt is pound. Okay, and Hong Kong is dollar. C is one and D is four. Now currencies is a tricky one. If they ask about currencies, then it becomes tricky. मतलब capital तो फिर भी लोगों को पता रहती है. Currencies are even more difficult. But sometimes there have been questions on currencies also. Even in CMAT, if I remember, uh, there were once questions like किसमें आया था भूटान की करेंसी पूछ ली थी या कुछ ऐसे फॉरेन कंट्रीज की करेंसीज they may ask. Okay. Who is the author of the book Pride and Prejudice? ये तो फेमस बुक है लाइक दिस इज ये तो कुछ ऐसे हैं जो कॉमन लोगों को पता होने चाहिए. द राइट आंसर इज जेन ऑस्टन. ठीक है, चार्ल्स डिकेंस नहीं है. इसमें तो मूवी भी थी. राइट, इफ यू वॉच द हाउ मेनी यू वॉच द मूवी आल्सो, देयर इज अ मूवी आल्सो इन दिस. इट्स अ फेमस बुक. सो द ones which I picked in this are famous books. Okay, the Durand line is the international border between. Okay, Ravleen has watched this movie. So this line, Durand line, is between which two countries? Afghanistan, India? नहीं, Afghanistan, India नहीं. It is between Afghanistan and Pakistan. मुझे इंडिया पाक की याद है. इंडिया पाक की राइट क्लिफ है. इंडिया बांग्लादेश की दैट इज मैकमोहन. और इंडिया नेपाल की अभी दिस रिसेंटली दिस वाज अ न्यूज. आई थिंक वो करंट अफेयर्स में आई टुक इट. इंडिया एंड श्रीलंका इज पार्क. इंडिया एसएल इज दैट पार्क स्ट्रेट. That's connected by sea. Okay, India China McMahon. Sorry, India China है. बांग्लादेश. India China is McMahon. हाँ, इंडिया बांग्लादेश इज ऑल्सो. हाँ, विद बांग्लादेश ऑल्सो इट इज कॉल्ड रैडक्लिफ ओनली, क्योंकि बांग्लादेश पहले लाइक इट वाज पाकिस्तान ओनली, राइट, लाइक ईस्ट पाकिस्तान. सो इंडिया बांग्लादेश इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड Radcliffe only. So India, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, that is called Radcliffe. India, China is McMahon. India, Sri Lanka is Park Strait. And India, वाघा तो बॉर्डर एक जगह है, मतलब दैट इज नॉट द एंटायर लाइन इज कॉल्ड बाय दिस नेम. ओके, रेडक्लिफ इंडिया पाकिस्तान. इंडिया. हाँ, इंडिया. हाँ, सो दीज आर द नेम्स. the rest I do not recall कि नेपाल से क्या एंड ऑल. नेपाल से तो वैसे भी फ्रेंडली रिलेशंस है. बॉर्डर तो है ऑब्वियसली, बट दैट मस्ट बी समथिंग. ओके. All right, next question from science. Let's see how many of you remember these deficiency based diseases. Rickets is caused due to the deficiency of which vitamin? Rickets, A, B, C, D. B, so there are several vitamins in B. Rickets is vitamin D. So it is quite interesting that these diseases I have never heard of any person having, like directly to किसी का सुना ही नहीं, but these were taught: scurvy, vitamin C, rickets, very night blindness, right? Several things were taught to us in school. That is the most surprising thing is I've never heard anyone having rickets. मतलब किसी को मैंने नहीं सुना, किसी दोस्त या known person में rickets या सब scurvy, all these. Okay, quite interesting thing. Satyatriya is the dance performance of which state? Satyatriya dance performance. Okay, yes, the right answer is Assam. At most, how many deputy governors can RBI have? So, how many governors are there in RBI? So, RBI has four governors, four deputy governors. Governor तो एक ही होता है. Four deputy governors. Okay, and like you must have known, ये fact भी बताना चाहिए कि like you have the RBI governor signature on notes except 1 rupee note. Okay, so वो कभी question पूछ सकते हैं. Last year there was a question on currencies. Okay, like which note match the following आता है, कौन से नोट के पीछे क्या बना होता है. So you can have random questions from any of the topics being asked in CMAT. Okay, so this is an easy one. I mean, easy in the sense that you should know which uh, place is this located. So if you know where is Bhilai, so you will know that Bhilai steel plant कहाँ होगा. If you happen to be from this state, you would definitely know. Okay, most of you are saying Jharkhand. झारखंड है कि छत्तीसगढ़ है. अब जो उस पर्टिकुलर स्टेट से होगा, दैट पर्सन शुड नो द आंसर. I mean, if you're from that particular state, then if you do not know, then it is a problem. For others also, this is like it's a very famous steel plant in India, right? It is in Chhattisgarh, not in Jharkhand. So, steel plants, power plants, now these solar setups, right? You should know these different things. You can expect questions from these, like nuclear power plant. Okay, so these kind of questions could be asked. The Gini coefficient or Gini ratio is associated with which of the following measurements? So there is a ratio in economics. It is used from uh, for which thing? So this ratio is like you have probability, right? So like from 0 to 1. So similarly, it is from 0 to 1. Like 0 to 1 or 100%. 0 to 100% उसके बीच में ये रेशियो होता है. जीनी कोफिशिएंट बोलते हैं या जीनी जीनी रेशियो बोलते हैं. सो व्हाट डज इट मेजर? Inclusiveness. So this ratio is used to measure inequality. Okay? So it is from 0 to 1. Okay? So 0 to 1 means like if towards 1, that is high inequality. And 0 means the lesser the value, that means lower the inequality in the incomes of people. Like for example, in India you see very high inequality, right? The rich are very rich and there are several poor people. Okay, the lower the better. Okay, so lower value is better value. National Sports Day is celebrated on which date? National Sports Day, must have heard of it. Yeah, so that is birthday of Major Dhyanchand, 29th August. ठीक है, तो उसमें स्पोर्ट्स अवार्ड्स भी मिलते हैं. So it is considered the National Sports Day. Okay, so in case you are preparing for CMAT and are looking for mock tests, you can get our mocks at just 200 rupees. For the last 3 days, if you wish to maximize your preparation, you can take them. Okay, match these products with the brands. So you consume these products. Have you ever wondered कि कौन से किसके प्रोडक्ट होते हैं? So you must be you, at least some of these you must have used Ariel, real fruit juice, Saffola oil, Ashirvad atta. Now one of the options make it easy. Uh, like if you paid attention to brands, ठीक है, एक ऑप्शन है जिसकी वजह से काफी इजी बन जा रहा है, दैट इज आशीर्वाद आटा. अगर आपको आशीर्वाद आईटीसी पता है, सो यू कुड डायरेक्टली आंसर इट. सो मैच द फॉलोइंग में यही होगा, लाइक इन केस यू नो वन और टू ऑफ दोस, यू डू नॉट नीड टू नो ऑल फोर. ठीक है, तो मोस्ट ऑफ द मैच द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चंस वुड बी लाइक दिस, कि एक या दो से हो जाएगा. Okay, but that could be anything. It could be like some brands to their product. Okay, so Ariel is of Procter and Gamble, PNG. Okay, Real Fruit Juices of Dabur, Saffola is of Marico, and Ashirwad Atta is of ITC. Holkar Cricket Stadium is in which city? So, if you are a cricket enthusiast, then you should know all the stadiums of India, जहाँ जहाँ मैचेस होते हैं, और लाइक कौन से स्टेडियम कहाँ है. Yes, the right answer is in the idea by Holkar. In which year was Manrega launched? मनरेगा कौन सी ईयर में आया था? 2004, 5, 6, 7. Close options. So it was launched in 2005. 2005 में. Okay. Which of these countries does not have rupee as the currency? Okay, so एक और question currency पे. Which country does not have rupee as the currency? Mauritius, Seychelles, Nepal, Afghanistan. So there are certain countries that have rupee as the currency, like India, Pakistan, Nepal, okay, and few others. Okay, so Mauritius and Seychelles also have rupee as the currency. Afghanistan has Afghan. The currency is Afghan. That is called Afghan. Okay, that's the right answer. Let's see the next question. Who is the author of the book Interpreter of Melodies? Has anyone read this book? See, important चीजें कहाँ से पढ़े? See, in GK you can't say that what is not important. Like GK is very vast. Okay, so I already told in one of the videos that what are the topics that you need to cover. I created a video on the syllabus part, so you can watch it and see that like you do not need any book. You can use internet, just search for things and uh, get these. Interpreter of Melodies is a book by Jhumpa Lahiri. Has anyone read this book? पढ़ते books या नहीं पढ़ते वैसे? Not interested in reading books. What know about these books and authors? Okay, some common like ये जो ऐसे नाम है ना अरुंधति रॉय ये काफी फेमस बुक्स एंड ऑथर्स माने जाते हैं बिकॉज like generally their books have been repeatedly asked. बहुत सारे authors होते हैं ऐसे तो. Right to Information Act was enacted in which year? RTI. So RTI also came in 2005, like we had Manrega. What is the slogan of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan? मेरा भारत स्वच्छ भारत एक कदम स्वच्छता की ओर साफ सुथरा देश हमारा अपना अपने देश को स्वच्छ बनाए. Okay, so rest of the options have been bogus options. The right answer is एक कदम स्वच्छता की ओर. That Gandhi ji's spectacles, like हमने देखा होगा लोगो गांधी जी के spectacles वाला उसमें लिखा रहता है and it was launched on 2nd of October on गांधी जयंती in 2014. 14 में लॉन्च हुआ था ना 10 साल हो गए होंगे इस साल 10 साल हो गए because that was his 145th birth anniversary. Rogan Josh is a cuisine of which place? Rogan Josh is of which place? Has anyone had this? Rogan Josh. Okay, Basit is from Kashmir. Great. We have viewers from Kashmir as well. Yeah, so it's a Kashmiri dish. It's a, sort of lamb, right? So it's a meat. It's usually I think lamb. So it's a very special dish. Okay, so like famous cuisine from Kashmir. What does SD card mean? अगर नहीं भी बताओगे ऑप्शन से गेस कर सकते हो. SD card, you must have heard of that SD card ना कैमरे में लगता है and all for storing images. What does it mean? Okay, so Vikram Reddy is from Telangana. So in which year was Telangana formed? I mean, you would be knowing. Others should also know. What is SD card? SD का मतलब क्या होता है? Secure digital, solid digital, synchronous digital, static digital. कोई इंटरेस्टिंग पता ही नहीं एसडी कार्ड यूज नहीं करते हो लाइक कैमरे में यूज होता है राइट यू नो दैट एसडी कार्ड राइट अब शायद कम यूज हो गया होगा बिकॉज पीपल जनरली यूज फोन्स अदरवाइज पीपल यूज टू यूज दैट एसडी कार्ड लाइक जो डिजिटल कैमरा होता था राइट डीएसएलआर या कोई भी कैमरा होता दैट हैज एसडी कार्ड सो दैट इज कॉल्ड सिक्योर डिजिटल कार्ड ओके स्टैटिक डिजिटल है सिक्योर डिजिटल कार्ड okay next question how many players are there in the team of a volleyball game अच्छा sports say you can get two kind of questions like both static as well as current affairs static like current affairs could be the basically persons associated with different sports कौन से टूर्नामेंट किसने जीता देर आर स्टैटिक क्वेश्चंस ऑल्सो स्टैटिक क्वेश्चंस क्या होते हैं स्टैटिक जैसे नंबर ऑफ प्लेयर्स हो जाएंगे ठीक है और इट कुड बी टर्म्स दे माइट गिव यू सम टर्म्स एंड आस्क दैट which uh, which is related to uh, Like which sport? ठीक है तो ऐसे terms based questions होते हैं. Now this is also like uh, like a debatable question. The reason is originally six होते थे, but recently there has been uh, like uh, a new rule has been approved under which you have seven players. ठीक है पहले six होते थे. FIBB approved a rule of seven players, so there can be seven players in this. So I read about this that पहले six होते थे, now they have changed it to seven. International Bank for Reconstruction and Development (IBRD) is a lending arm of which of these organizations? IBRD is what? So it is of World Bank. Okay, so it is used to like for like infrastructure related products projects. It gives loans. So as the name says, reconstruction and development. So it is a lending arm of World Bank. Who gave the scientific management theory? Scientific management theory. Heard of this? Like अगर किसी ने management पढ़ा होगा, BBA वाले स्टूडेंट्स को तो पता होना चाहिए. एंड लाइक MBA करोगे तो वहाँ भी आपको पढ़ाएंगे साइंटिफिक मैन डिफरेंट थ्योरीज ऑफ मैनेजमेंट. Study basics of management. You must be knowing this. It is by Frederick Taylor. Okay, next question is in like expect people to know the answer to this question. In human anatomy, the femur is what? So this is an easy question. I expect all of you to know the answer. Right? It is a bone. I mean the largest bone in the body. Okay, and that is in the thigh bone. The thigh में bone होती है from knee till the end of your thighs. That is called femur. Okay. So which is the smallest bone? Do you know the smallest bone also? What is its name? Ear में होती है. That is called smallest is called stapes. It is in the ear. So femur is a bone of the thigh. That is the no, not the collar bone. Collar bone तो बहुत बड़ी होती है. Stapes bone होती है smallest. Ear में होती है. Okay, that is the smallest. Largest is femur. So human anatomy related questions also. I mean, you should know these basic because as I say that the section is very random. It is general awareness across different topics. So this is some commonly known things. Which city is called the temple city of India? Yes, Bhubaneswar is the right answer. Where is the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development OECD headquarters located? So is it Paris, London, Rome or Geneva? Like जहाँ भी Geneva दिखता है people think most of the headquarters in Geneva. That is not correct. The right answer is Paris. Okay, so next question. Before we proceed, please do like this stream and I hope you are enjoying this session. So let's look at the next question. United Nations Day is observed on which date? Which day? So UN was formed in 1945. Can which date it was formed? So जिस दिन बना उस दिन UN Day is observed. So follow us on Instagram. You will get the PDF. So human this United Nations Day is observed on 24th October. So 24th October 1945, UN was formed. So that day is celebrated as UN Day. ये 10 दिसंबर को ह्यूमन राइट्स डे होता है. All right, so here's the next question. Which of the following is not a fundamental duty of Indian citizens as per the Constitution? So there are fundamental duties also. Which of these is not a fundamental duty? Easy one. I mean, you can use common sense in this question. See, maybe you do not remember all the fundamental duties. That's perfectly fine. Not everyone to pay tax. Yes, that is not a fundamental duty. Okay, very few people in India pay tax. Not even maybe 5% of the people pay tax. Okay, uh, so that is not a fundamental duty. Okay, so I mean, you could have answered using the options. It was easy one. All right, so let's now see the next question. The Industrial Revolution began in which country? This Industrial Revolution, which country was the pioneer in it? It started in United Kingdom. Okay, so Great Britain was the first, and then it subsequently went to other countries also, but it was the beginning was in UK. Which country is called the land of flying fish? So I told you in the previous class also, and today I'll repeat that. I mean, you can just Google for sobriquets. Okay, so when you Google for sobriquets, you will get all such titles कि कौन से country को क्या कहा जाता है, किस city को क्या कहा जाता है. Okay, so this is one of the types which could be asked in some of the examinations. Okay, so this topic is called sobriquets because most people do not know what it is called. Yeah, so that is the right answer is Barbados. Okay, next question. In which city is the St. Basil's Cathedral located? So know this place, St. Basil's Cathedral. Yes, that is in Moscow. Yeah, so if you've like just Google it for its image, and you will see that okay, you must have seen this place somewhere. The Treaty of Versailles was signed at the end of which war? So important question from world history. Treaty of Versailles. So I know this. Like, have you heard of this? Like, if you've read world history, then only you would know this. So, Treaty of Versailles was signed at the end of World War One. That is also called like in this, like Germany, since Germany was defeated in this, they were forced to sign that in this treaty. They had to sign कि they were responsible for World War One. Okay, and some part was also annexed of Germany. ठीक है तो उसी के बाद से दैट हिटलर बिकेम लाइक वो तो ठीक है धीरे धीरे बना था बट दैट वाज द केस लाइक जर्मनी वाज डिफीटेड बैडली एंड दे हैड टू साइन दिस ट्रीटी एंड फिर उसके बाद बहुत सारे इवेंट्स हो जाएंगे यस रशियन रिवॉल्यूशन आल्सो फॉलोड दिस ओके सो दैट इज कंसिडर्ड एज अ वेरी कंट्रोवर्शियल ट्रीटी ओके हु डिस्कवर्ड द साउथ पोल so now this is again a typical static GK question. Okay, because discoveries explore like if someone explored some place, ठीक है माउंट एवरेस्ट में सबसे पहले कौन चढ़ा etc. These things you must read about. So the right answer is Roald Amundsen. Okay, he's from Norway. Okay, and he was the first person to visit North Pole. नॉर्थ पोल में सबसे पहले कौन गया स्पेस में सबसे पहले कौन गया who went to the moon for the first time so etc list of firsts so in the next quiz that I will have on this strategy I'll include more questions on list of firsts in the world and India okay so list of firsts is also some good topic to practice Okay, so now let's see the next question. Which planet is known as the red planet? So some basic science and you must know a red planet. So red planet is Mars. Okay, correct answer. Who was the first Indian to win the Nobel Prize in Physics? C.V. Raman, 1930. Okay, so you know the year also? Yes, that is correct. So do you know about these others? Yes, C.V. Raman is the right answer. C.V. Raman won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930. Okay, Hargobind Khurana won the Nobel Prize in he won in medicine. ठीक है 1968 में मिला था. ठीक है Chandrasekhar also won in physics in 1983. Okay, Ramakrishnan was the one who won in chemistry and it was in 2009. Okay, and apart from that, like uh, know about the Indian Nobel laureates. Okay, so again, one thing to study for is because only some Indians have won Nobel Prize. ठीक है apart from that हाँ सबसे पहले तो रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर को मिला था. ठीक है in 1913 that was for literature and he was the first Asian also. 79 में मिला था मदर टेरेसा को. Apart from these, yeah, then these people and इनके अलावा मिला है कैलाश सत्यार्थी. Okay, so when did Kailash Satyarthi get Nobel Prize? So Kailash Satyarthi won in 2014 in again in peace. Anyone else who has won Nobel Prize from India? हाँ ये 98 में इकोनॉमिक्स में मिला था. क्या है उसका नाम? किसे मिला था 98 में इकोनॉमिक्स में? क्या नाम है यार मुझे? फेमस इकोनॉमिस्ट हाँ अमर्त्य सेन. Yeah, I guess these are the only people who have won Nobel Prize from India. Okay, so read about the Indian Nobel laureates. I mean, you can search, you will get like there are a handful of people. So you may get questions. I mean, since there are a few, you should know these things. Okay, so now let's proceed to the next question. What is the currency of South Korea? Yes, NV, we do have a course for CAT. What is the currency of South Korea? Okay, so कोरियन तो आप शोज एंड ऑल देखते हुए काफी कोरिया के बारे में काफी नॉलेज होनी चाहिए आपको. ये सो साउथ कोरिया इज वॉन. ठीक है. युआन येन इज ऑफ जापान. युआन इज ऑफ चाइना. बात कहाँ की? दैट इज ऑफ थाईलैंड. वॉन इज ऑफ साउथ कोरिया. Okay, next question is the headquarters of International Cricket Council are located in which city? Headquarters of ICC. Interesting. So see that how many of you know the answer to this. ICC headquarters. Where are they located? Okay, so इसको कई लोग गलत guess कर सकते हैं क्योंकि लोगों को like people generally if you do not know do not guess. Okay, that may go wrong because some people think कि अच्छा cricket originated in England, so it will be London, or like MCG is famous, so it may be in Melbourne. कई काफी कम लोग guess करेंगे. The right answer is Dubai. Okay, so ICC headquarters are in Dubai. Next question: the ozone layer is found in which layer of the Earth's atmosphere? Ozone layer is found in which layer of the atmosphere? So ozone layer, I'm sure everybody knows, assuming. So it is in the stratosphere. So Earth's atmosphere has different layers. The lowest layer is troposphere, then stratosphere, then mesosphere, then thermosphere. Or it can be beyond. Some people say exosphere also as one of the layers. Right. So this is from like away from the Earth. ये Earth है. Earth से दूर जाते जाते ये. If this is the order in which the layers are arranged. The stratosphere is the layer in which this ozone layer is formed. The emergency number for fire brigade in India is. So this is what I mean when I say that CMAT asks very random questions. What is the number for fire brigade? कभी बुलाई है? मैं होप ऐसा कभी ना होगी आपको फायर ब्रिगेड बुलाने का मौका मिले. But you should know these things. 112 नहीं होता है. I mean that is 101. So ये पुलिस का होता है. Yeah, this is for like 102 is also for ambulance. This is also sort of like new number. Where I say typically 101, 102, these are the police, fire brigade and ambulance. 108 भी ambulance होती है. Yeah, and this is emergency. I don't know what kind of emergency it is. 101 is typically for fire brigade. Okay. All right. So let's see the next question. The number of fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution is. So how many fundamental rights are there? And which are the ones? Can you name also? If the count is less, you should know the names also. Yes, there are six fundamental rights. Okay, you can remember it like this: CCEEFF. ठीक है, एक होता है freedom, एक होता है freedom of religion. Okay, and then you have one is equality, one is education, education right to education, and one is, I guess, cultural, cultural rights, and one is culture, and one is constitutional remedies. CCEF, CCEEFF. So six होते हैं, right? Right against this is sorry, education नहीं होता, right to equality होता, right against exploitation. Education नहीं है, fundamental right में नहीं है, unfortunately. Okay, equality, then you have freedom, and then against exploitation, freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights. तो हाँ, इसमें आता है कल्चर एंड एजुकेशनल में आता है, कल्चर एंड एजुकेशनल राइट्स इज वन ऑफ दोस. Constitutional remedies. So these are the six fundamental rights. The Kala Ghoda area in Mumbai is known for what? So it's a famous area in Mumbai. What it is known for? Uh, like when there is emergency, these rights are temporarily like blocked. मतलब ऐसा once this is removed, I don't think all any of these is applicable. Not sure, but हाँ, ऐसा I have heard that when there is emergency, like you do not have access to the fundamental rights. So Kalapura area is just famous for art galleries. Okay, very famous area in Mumbai. So if you happen to be from Mumbai, you must be knowing about these. Okay, so in case you are still preparing for CMAT and are looking for mock test, you can avail our mock test at heavily discounted price. You can check the link given in the description of this video to enroll. Okay, so this is an easy question. I expect all of you to get it right. Kaziranga National Park is uh, famous for what? ये तो सभी को पता होगा, like if you do not know this, this is a very famous national park in India. So it is famous for one horned rhinos. That's the place where जैसे कुछ चीजें होती है ना, like you should know Gir forest is famous for lions. ठीक है, टाइगर के लिए तो बहुत सारे हैं. So this is specifically for rhinos. Yes, it is in Assam. Okay, here's the next question. Who presides over the joint sitting of both houses of parliament? So something from Indian polity. Who is the leader of both like joint? session of the parliament. Whenever there is a joint session, who is the leader in that case? So the right answer is Speaker of Lok Sabha. Okay, like whenever there is a joint session, the Speaker of Lok Sabha is the presiding person. Okay, and like you should also know that Vice President is the uh, Rajya Sabha Speaker. So sometimes ये पूछ सकते हैं कि राज्यसभा का स्पीकर कौन होता है? That is the Vice President. The French Revolution began in which year? French Revolution. 1776 में that was American War of Freedom. ठीक है, it happened in 1789. 1789 से 99 तक चली 10 years के लिए. This is for US, like USA का freedom year था. 1776 में US became independent. Okay, so 1789 to 1799, that was the year of French Revolution. So it started in 1789 and ended in 99. When did Russian Revolution happen? 1917 से 6 years की थी, 23 तक चली थी, right? So this, I don't know, like when I was in class ninth, we were taught world history. 10th में Indian art and culture पे था, but ninth class was purely on, there we read about World War One, World War Two, ठीक है, Russian Revolution, French Revolution. I don't know what is the syllabus right now, but it was back then this. The term KW is a unit of. So recently in one of the exams I encountered these kind of questions. So thought kilowatt is unit of what? Force, energy, power, or current. Okay, so you know the answer? Yes, power is the right answer. Force का होता है न्यूटन, एनर्जी का होता है जूल. लाइक अगर किसी ने साइंस ली होगी 11th में, they know all these things. Current is ampere. Power is like kilowatt, watt, and then kilowatt, megawatt, anything. So this is the common sense also. Like आपने जैसे कई बार सुना होगा, राइट, ये पावर प्लांट है, इसकी कैपेसिटी इतने मेगावाट है, राइट, और इलेक्ट्रिक like those electric units, right, they have the power of so many megawatt and all. Who is the author of the book The Jungle Book? A famous book. So whatever questions I took on books and authors today, they were all very well-known books. Charles Dickens or Rudyard Kipling? Yes, it is Rudyard Kipling. Okay. The number of permanent members in the United Nations Security Council is. See, देखो question तो like GK is the least likely to predict. Okay, so I can't say that anything will be ever asked from these sessions. Okay, because GK क्या है, like maybe current affairs में से कुछ चीजें आ सकती हैं. Static is too vast. Okay, so just these are revision sessions are meant just to show you the list of topics that you should prepare. So UN Security Council has 5 permanent members. That is US, Russia, China, France, and UK. Okay, the big 5 countries. Okay, and it has 10 like 10 non-permanent members, which are created for 2 year terms. ठीक है, तो हर 2 साल में पांच पांच दे हैव 10, राइट, सो फाइव फाइव हर 2 साल में ऐसे चेंज होता है, ऐसे कुछ होता है, राइट. सो इंडिया वाज अ मेंबर इन 21-22. Okay, so every 2 years they change those members. Okay, so and these 10 members are from different continents, like 5 members from one, like 2 members per continent. So this is uh, what is there. The headquarters of Archaeological Survey of India is situated in which city? ASI. How many MCQs? See, yeah, there is nothing sufficient in GK. Okay, to be honest, like if you practice 1,000 questions also, maybe anything else is asked which is not even in those 1,000. So can't say that कि इतने क्वेश्चन करे जाओ. जितना कर सकते हो, I mean, do that. Rest is just your fate. Okay, because uh, and especially CMAT GK is very very random. ओके, सो डू नॉट रिलाई ऑन योर जीके. मतलब ये मत सोच लो कि जीके की वजह से निकल जाएगा. अगर अनलेस यू आर वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग जीके, यू हैव बीन रीडिंग जीके फॉर इयर्स, या फिर एटलीस्ट 5-6 महीने से प्रॉपर जीके कर रहे हो, तो आपके चांसेस है कि हाँ आप 12+ स्कोर कर लोगे, मतलब 12+ सही कर पाओगे. Otherwise, it is very very random. Lot of static things are asked across different topics. Okay, ASI is in Delhi, Archaeological Survey of India. In digital marketing, the term CTR means. What is CTR? Have you heard of this? Like anyone digital from the field of digital marketing here? What does CTR mean? So CTR is basically click through rate. Yeah, so इसका formula होता है, click through rate is clicks upon number of impressions. So this is used to measure that how effective an advertisement or post is. Like suppose I give an advertisement and it is seen by 1,000 people and it is clicked by 20 people. Okay, so that is 2%. So this is a very common metrics in digital marketing. All right, so here's the next question. When is Vijay Divas observed? Should be an easy one. Like easy in the sense, like some things which I class, there is, although GK is very subjective, but easy and difficult, these are classified based on how commonly known fact is this and how often people read about it. So Vijay Divas, liberation of Bangladesh, okay, that is in 16th of December 1971. Bangladesh was liberated, so that is known as Vijay Divas. Okay, 26 जुलाई को क्या हुआ था? Anyone? No, it's 26th July. No, Vijay Divas is on 16th December. So this is Kargil Victory Day, 1999. And I remember I was a small kid back then. Uh, like small kid in the sense like कौन सी class में था मैं? Uh, third में था I guess. The Kargil war हुआ था. So we collected money for the soldiers. We used to pray. Okay, for the soldiers that time. That was the last major war India had. An ammeter is used to measure what? Again, something from science. So today I've included questions from science, from currencies, okay, like some important days, etc. So ammeter is used to measure electric currents. Correct answer. Okay, so let's see the next question. Match the countries with their capitals. Countries and capital match. Okay, so let's see this answer. Belarus is Minsk, so you can eliminate two of these options. Then Cameroon is this Yaounde. I don't know how to pronounce it. So that is like if you see these two options have same thing, you need to decide between these two. Chile is Santiago. Ecuador is Quito. So that is the answer. Okay, so know the capitals of because this is an evergreen question. ठीक है ये नहीं like if you appear on different examination किसी न किसी में capitals countries आती है. Which cricketer has published photographs taken during his visit to India in his book The Spirit of Cricket India? So know about this book. Yes, the right answer is Steve Waugh. So he collected those uh, collected those photographs. So it has several hundreds of photographs in that book, and it says the spirit of cricket India. TRI is a regulatory body of. This is an easy one. Yes, TRI is Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. So TRI ये तो you must have heard of like कई बार न्यूज़ में सुनते रहते हैं TRI like it comes up with certain norms and all. Okay. Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. Toman is the super unit of the official currency of which country? So it was, I mean, like super unit in the sense that, like one of the countries, it introduced this for like to deal with inflation. So it is a currency of Iran. So Iran की currency है रियाल. Okay, so Toman is equal to 10 रियाल. I don't know if it is Y is also some places Y is also included, some places Y is not included, right? Riyal, likhte hain na. So that is the currency of Oman, sorry, Iran. So they introduced a special currency, super currency it is called. So basically one, like let's say आपको suppose like India में imagine करो, ठीक है? अभी Indian rupee चल रहा है, तो आपके पास like let's say now we have gone into digital mode. Suppose think of pre-digital era. ठीक है, आपको कोई महंगी चीज खरीदनी है, आप हजार हजार के बहुत सारे नोट ना लेके तो 1000 रुपीज के नोट को एक मान लो, मतलब एक करेंसी मान लो. सो दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग दे डिड दैट 10 रियाल इज इक्वल टू 1 टोमान. सो दैट वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड. Which of the following chocolates is not manufactured by Cadbury? So similarly, you can expect questions on like brands and their products. ठीक है, especially car manufacturers. ठीक है, ये बहुत favorite topic रहता है कई एग्जाम में, कार मैन्युफैक्चर रिलेटेड कि कौन सी कार किस कंपनी की एंड ऑल. So I've included few of such questions as well. This one is easy one. I guess all of you should be able to answer it. चॉकलेट तो सभी खाते हो राइट? ये तो सभी को पता होना चाहिए. सो मंच इज ऑफ नेस्ले. ठीक है, रेस्ट आर ऑफ कैडबरी. Okay, so I hope you are enjoying this session thus far. Please do like this video. Let's now proceed to the next question. Bronze is an alloy of which two metals? Bronze is a metal of copper and tin. Copper and zinc के alloy को brass बोलते हैं. Brass के, you must have seen those vessels of brass. Okay, copper and tin is bronze. Under the NEP 2020, the name of the Ministry of Human Resource and Development was changed to which of these? So earlier there was a ministry called Ministry of Human Resource Development, MHRD. So its name was changed. So what is the new name? Yes, that is now called Ministry of Education. Yeah, there is nothing called Ministry of Education. Department of Technology alag hai, that is Ministry of only Ministry of Education. Earlier it was known as MHRD. Now it is called MOE. Alright, so let's see the next question. Who was the oldest Indian president to assume office? Youngest कौन है ये भी बता देना. Assume office? Yes, so that means at what age that person became president. So that is what is meant by assuming office. No, youngest is not नीलम संजीव रेड्डी. ठीक है, इसलिए कहते हैं कि मतलब थोड़ा करंट भी बताना चाहिए. Yes, he used to be the youngest. Now Draupadi Murmu is the youngest. The current president is the youngest president of India. मतलब 64 कुछ डेज का ही फर्क है. ठीक है. लाइक नीरम संजीव रेड्डी एंड इसमें मतलब द टाइम इट्स थोड़ा सा कम डिफरेंस रहा होगा. So youngest is Draupadi Murmu. Oldest was K.R. Narayanan, some 77 years. So Draupadi Murmu, when she became president, she was 64 years and some days. Yes, Neelam Sanjeev Reddy, you must have read somewhere. Yes, he used to be the youngest till Draupadi Murmu became the president. Okay, so he used to be the youngest before that. Okay, K.R. Narayan was the oldest. Now, if you talk about the PM, who is the oldest and youngest? So Morarji Desai. He was the oldest and he became at the age of 81. An interesting thing was he was born on 29th February. ठीक है. So 29th February को हुआ था. Youngest was Rahul Gandhi, नहीं, Rajiv Gandhi at the age of just 40 years. Okay, so I mean some facts related to Indian prime ministers and presidents. Okay, so I mean must know facts because not necessarily इस एग्जाम में आएंगे, कभी ना कभी ऐसी चीजें आ जाती हैं स्टार्टिंग में. Who is the writer of the patriotic song सारे जहां से अच्छा? Bankim Chand Chatterjee, yeah, ये तो that is like if you're answering Bankim Chand Chatterjee for this, that is uh, something not good related to if you at least for national things you should know things. ठीक है. Bankim Chand Chatterjee wrote Vande Mataram, the national song of India. Okay, Rabindranath Tagore wrote national anthem. Okay, सारे जहां से अच्छा was written by Muhammad Iqbal. Where is the 9-9 located? 9-line. Which sea? Yes, South China Sea is the right answer. Okay, South China Sea, it happened that like China claims part of its territory, मतलब वो South China Sea में अपनी territory दिखाने के लिए, that's a controversial line in China. Okay, so you can read about it, that China, Taiwan, like that. This is the line, and it is also called 11 dash also in Taiwan. Okay, so this China claims that they have this portion under their territory. That is the line there. What is meant by pink tax? So pink tax is a sort of like it's a phenomenon where women pay more for women specific goods and services. So there are certain items like especially in cosmetics, like if the same product is there for men, that will be at a cheaper price. For women, it will be like that's not a tax as such. But typically what happens is this term is used in business wherein like women are charged more, like for example razors. Okay, so same substance होगा, women का expensive आएगा, right? Similarly, cosmetic based products, so for the similar kind of product, the price will be, even in some kind of clothing, okay, shoes, etc. The price for women is more than that. Okay, for that use for men. So that is indirect. That's a term is known as pink tax. There is no tax as such. It's a term used for it. In which year was the Wildlife Protection Act enacted? Yes, Wildlife Protection Act came in 1972. Okay, so important such acts, etc. So that also we took, like RTI, GISAR, and all these different act related things. Okay, so here's the next question, which is the first month in the SAC calendar. So SAC calendar is the Indian calendar. What is the first month in it? So इंडियन जो कैलेंडर होता है उसका फर्स्ट मंथ इज कॉल्ड चैत्र. So it is in March. It starts in mid March. So that is called the first month. Okay, so you can read about the list of months. Which term is used in golf to refer to completing a hole in one stroke under par? Does anyone of you play golf? No. Okay, even I don't play. So golf is usually, I mean, when you hear golf, you associate like some big businessmen or retired uh, army officers and also personalities. हाँ, अमीरों का game. Yeah, right. Okay, so ऐसे लोग खेलते हैं golf. So that this term is called birdie. So also cover like sport related terms. इसके आपको मिल जाएगा, आप सर्च करोगे इंटरनेट में स्पोर्ट रिलेटेड टर्म्स, आपको कई साइट मिल जाएगी जहाँ पे आपको स्पोर्ट्स एंड द टर्म्स, ये भी कई बार पूछा जाता है कि कौन इस ये टर्म्स कौन से स्पोर्ट्स से रिलेटेड है. ओके, सो लेट्स नाउ मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. द एनवायरमेंटल एक्टिविस्ट ग्रेटा थूनबर्ग हेल्स फ्रॉम विच कंट्री? ग्रेटा थूनबर्ग रिसेंट नहीं, पर आपने 2-3 साल पहले देखा होगा, लाइक देयर वाज अ लेडी हु वाज वेरी फेमस, लाइक शी वाज अ टीनेजर बैक देन, अभी होगी like a very famous environmental activist. Okay, अभी recently उतना नहीं सुना, but हाँ, like 2-3 years back she was very famous. Like she used to sit in front of the school, right, ऐसे protest करने के लिए and all. Okay, her she is from Sweden. Which state's tourism has the tagline "One state, many worlds"? One state, many worlds. Anyone from that state? This particular state, so should know the answer. One state, many worlds. So that is a tagline of Karnataka. Okay, so I mean, just a random topic, but like as I said, that there could be very random things. So you can just read about different states and their tourism taglines. Like Kerala says, God's own country. और ऐसे करके अलग अलग states के होते हैं. So one state, many worlds is the tagline of Karnataka. The Sultan Azlan Shah Cup is associated with which sport? Okay, yes, it is associated with hockey. ये एक annual tournament होता है. It is held in Malaysia every year. And I think India five-time champion है, say, of this tournament. I mean, I'll have to refresh it, but uh, जब पढ़ा था तो याद था कि India is a winner five times of this tournament. Okay, match the organizations with their headquarters. So match these organizations with the headquarters they have. So सबका favorite Geneva इसमें है. Yeah, Geneva is WHO. And WHO is in Geneva, right? So A3, so you can eliminate these. Okay, UNICEF is in New York. Okay, IMF in Washington and UNESCO in Paris. Okay. What is the difference in time per degree longitude between any two places on the globe? So, Dhruv, if you've been watching this video, we have covered all these topics in this video. So, if you just joined now, please watch this video from the beginning. So, what is the difference per degree longitude? Okay, so like the longitude, if you see that it is like at basically you have 180 degree. ठीक है, 180 डिग्री ईस्ट या वेस्ट में 180 डिग्री होता है एंड 180 डिग्री इज 12 आवर्स. ठीक है, सो देर इज 0 डिग्री कि यहाँ से आप 180 डिग्री ईस्ट में जाते हो एंड यू गेट 180 डिग्री इन द वेस्ट. So that is the mathematical calculation behind it. Okay, so 12 hour 1 hour is 15 degree, right? So 1 degree is 4 minute. Okay, that is the mathematical calculation. So India has approximately 2 hours time difference, like 29 degrees ka aata hai, so almost 2 hours difference. So some countries have multiple time zones. Okay. And if you happen to be in East as well as West India, you must have noticed the difference. ठीक है, तो जैसे अगर आप वेस्ट में जाते हो तो वहाँ सनराइज देर से होता है, सनसेट देर से होता है. सिमिलरली व्हेन यू गो टू द ईस्ट, the sunrise is early, sunset is also early. Okay, and India is plus 5:30, that I guess all of you must be knowing. Yeah, 5 hours 30 minutes ahead of GMT. How many presidents of India were born after the country gained independence? Okay, interesting question. I mean, this is static now, but may not be static some years later. How many presidents were born after India became independent? Three. Which three? Okay, so let me tell you an interesting fact. Right, there is only one president, the current president, Draupadi Murmu, who was born in 1958. Okay, so all presidents of India were born before India became independent. So Ramnath Kovind was born in 1945. Okay, when he became the president. He became the president. He was the previous president from 17 to 22. He was born in 1945. Okay, and then of course others were all old. Okay, so Draupadi Murmu is the only president as of now. So she's the youngest also. She's the first tribal president from the tribal community, second female president of India. So I was just reading about and came up with this question. How many companies are there in the BSE Sensex? So this is something which you must know. Like it's an easy thing, and I expect people to know the answer to this. So there are 30 companies in Sensex. ठीक है 50 होती है निफ्टी में. So Nifty is an index of 50 companies. Sensex is of 30. What does E mean in IMEI number? IMEI number. फोन का IMEI number होता है ना. फोन यू मस्ट हैव नोन दैट देयर इज एन IMEI नंबर. कभी खो जाता है किसी का फोन खोया हुआ तो याद करो कि IMEI नंबर मेंशन करना पड़ता है. So that is called International Mobile Equipment Identity. International Mobile Equipment Identity. So each phone has a unique IMEI number. Okay, next question is the limit beyond which stars suffer internal collapse is termed as. So is a term used named after an Indian scientist. Okay, what is that limit called? Okay, heard of this term? If not, know that it is called Chandrasekhar limit. So what happens is you don't need to go into the details, just know this term. So like stars are initially they are dwarf stars, okay, and like if there is too much pressure, they burst out. Okay, so that is there is a limit for it that is called Chandrasekhar limit. So he was an Indian scientist who worked on astrophysics, and after him, this limit is named. The Pulitzer Prize is awarded by which university? So, which of these American universities gives this Pulitzer Prize? So, you must have heard of this Pulitzer Prize. This is given in in like literature, journalism. Okay, so there are some multiple categories of uh, this. Okay, so it is given by the Columbia University. Columbia University in New York is one of the Ivy Leagues. Okay, so it gives this Pulitzer Prize every year. So again, like the random questions from some topic. Ferrari is a sports car manufacturer based in which country? Ferrari कौन सी country की company है? So it's an Italian company. Correct answer. Okay, let's see the next question. What is the retirement age of Supreme Court judges? So again, another thing that you can read about is basically about Indian judicial system, etc., and all this. This is 65 years. Okay, next question. The Nobel Prize in the field of economic sciences was instituted in which year? Yes, High Court is 62. Okay, this is High Court. And Supreme Court is 65. So Nobel Prize in economic sciences were introduced in which year? So Nobel Peace, this economic sciences was not from the beginning, right? Nobel Prizes started in 1901, but economics was added only in 1969. ठीक है उससे पहले इकोनॉमिक्स में नहीं होता था ठीक है सो नोबेल प्राइजेस रीड द करंट अफेयर्स ठीक है उससे किसको क्या मिला हु वन द नोबेल प्राइज इन विच फील्ड दिस पर्टिकुलर ईयर आई गेस लास्ट ईयर मैच द फॉलोइंग आया था नोबेल प्राइज में इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग ओके and they might ask that who are the winners in different categories and maybe some questions related to it. Like for example, today I posted a question on community also that that Nobel Peace Prize कहाँ मिलता है पीस प्राइज कौन सी सिटी में दिया जाता है सो आई पोस्टेड ऑन द यूट्यूब कम्युनिटी ठीक है एज अ क्विज इन विच सिटी इज नोबेल पीस प्राइज गिवन so Nobel Peace Prize is given in Oslo the capital of Norway and the rest of the Nobel Prizes are given in Stockholm which is the capital of Sweden ठीक है पीस प्राइज यहाँ दिया जाता है बाकी सारे नोबेल प्राइज नो और स्टॉकहोम में Okay, next question. Match the companies, the pharmaceutical companies with their countries. Let's see how good knowledge you have about the pharma companies of the world. Okay, so let's match these. Okay, Pfizer you must have heard a lot, isn't it? Pfizer के बारे में पढ़ा है? Pfizer means this कोविड वैक्सीन के टाइम में आपने काफी सुना होगा. So Pfizer is in US. ठीक है. Novartis, like I came to know when because this Novartis used to come in our college for placement. That's in Switzerland. तो बहुत fascination रहता था कि Novartis में placement हो जाए तो मजा आएगा. ठीक है. Offshore में Switzerland भेज सकते हैं. ठीक है. So Pfizer is US, Sanofi is France, GSK is UK. So A2, B4, C1 and D3. Okay, so I mean, this Novartis visits some of the top B schools, and people are very excited about this company. ठीक है, मान लो किसी को 2-3 साल काम करने के बाद अगर स्विट्जरलैंड भेजने कितने मजे ही मजे. The Indian Premier League started in which year? ये तो पता होगा काफी लोग आजकल आईपीएल चल रहा है तो आईपीएल से स्टैटिक क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया. इन विच ईयर डिड आईपीएल स्टार्ट? So IPL started in 2008. So in 2007, India won the T20 World Cup. From the next year, IPL started, and since it started itself, it became a huge hit. Who was the first Indian to receive an Oscar award? So today we did not cover too many of these, but again an important thing is list of first. So Kaljo, the next quiz that I'm going to host will have more such questions. List of first. Okay, yes, Bhanu. Bro nahi hai. She was a woman. Okay, she was not a man, right? Bhanu Athaiya was a lady. She was a costume designer. So she won from costume design of the movie Gandhi. Gandhi was a famous movie. It won several Oscars. Yeah, 1983 में मिला था. If I 1982 या 83 में मिला होगा. Just check it. कौन से ईयर में था? सत्यजीत रे वन इन 1992. ए आर रहमान वन दिस 2009. ठीक है, तो ये सब इन्हें मिला था. सो 1982 या 83, नॉट श्योर कि कौन सी ईयर में मिला था, बट 80s में ही मिला था. ठीक है. सत्यजीत रे फॉर डायरेक्शन एंड ए आर रहमान फॉर ओरिजिनल स्कोर. गुलजार ऑल्सो वन इट. Last year this song Natu Natu won the Oscar. Okay, so again this is something that you should know because only few Indians have won Oscar. Okay, so uh, you can be asked questions from it. So if let's say Nobel Prize, very few Indians have won it. Oscars, very few Indians have won it. So you can get questions from these topics. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's marathon session. Okay, and loved the questions that covered diverse topics, and also the facts which I present, because एक होता है सिर्फ क्वेश्चन आंसर दे देना. ठीक है, क्वेश्चन आंसर बट उसके साथ समझाना कि which of the things are relevant. ठीक है, उससे related background information. So I do a lot of research on these things कि क्या किस तरह के क्वेश्चन हो सकते हैं, क्या इंपॉर्टेंट हो सकता है. बिकॉज सी एनीथिंग यू कैनॉट प्रेडिक्ट व्हाट विल बी आस्क्ड, राइट. यू कैनॉट से कि ये आएगा ये नहीं आएगा, कोई गारंटी नहीं है कि इसमें से कुछ आएगा कि नहीं आएगा. बट द थिंग इज यू गेट टू नो दैट व्हाट थिंग्स वन मस्ट स्टडी फॉर the exams. Okay, so if you scored 75 plus in today's quiz, that would be excellent. And like 60 to 75 also very good. Okay, and 45 to 60 means your average is GK is average, and if you scoring below it, that means GK is not where you have strong hold. Okay, so that's for today's quiz. And just a reminder about this, the CMAT mocks. So in case you wish to get them, or any of your friends who is looking for CMAT mocks or like for the last 2 3 days of preparation. So we have slashed the prices. You can get it for just 200. The link is given in the description of this video. Okay, so this was today's quiz session. I hope you enjoyed solving the questions, and please do like this stream and share it with your friends. And we'll meet tomorrow with another quiz in which we will take up another good number of questions. So today also we had 100 questions. Tomorrow I will take again 100 questions on static GK covering different topics. So thank you once again. Have a great night. Goodbye.